Inside the editorial room. My name is George Norfolk. I was born in Liverpool, Northern England, but my parents moved down south to Bath, Cornwall and Devon. After finishing my A-levels, I got accepted for a scholarship in media and international politics at Oxford University, then worked as a junior reporter for the BBC, wrote few novels, turned out as bestsellers, that made me the talk of the town. Now I am a media mogul, an icon, a tycoon. I own satellite channels, online, cable TV company, radio stations, newspapers, and magazines publisher, and I have a team of very efficient, well-educated editors hungry for success in the mass media world. I am not hands-on-the-job person, but when things get a bit slack, I attend the editorial room's meeting, just to let them know that I am keeping my eye on them. Today, I am attending an important meeting with all the editors, and guess what? It's good to be the boss. Good morning everyone, glad to see that you all here and on time. I know it's 8 o'clock a.m. but the early bird catches the worm. Bartholomew, I want you to dig deep and find me the truth about the rumors that a corrupt minister accepts bribes in order to award government's contracts to certain companies, and take your time because I want watertight evidences. This is a hot potato, an explosive political issue. Arthur, we could be accused of media bias and end up being sued in court for slander, defamation and image tarnishing, character assassination, or even worse. How? The allegation could be true, and that could topple the government. Wilson, you know what that means? It means a change in the results of the local council elections this year, and maybe even a change in Parliament next year, a complete and utter chaos. Wellington, this is a snowball story that could turn into an avalanche. I want our top columnists, best journalists, television announcers to work on it. Charles, you can even use news anchors, reporters, even weather forecasters, traffic reporters, sports reporters and documentary reporters to assist in our evidences finding investigation. Moving on to another issue, Mountbatten, I read your brief about that famous footballer who took cash from a certain foreign gambling syndicate to make his team lose certain matches. Please expose him. James, this corrupt footballer must be caught red-handed in the act with damning audio and videotapes. Match fixing is a serious crime, okay? Moving on, Nelson, the gossip about that movie star cheating on her husband, the well-known actor, with his best friend, and getting pregnant by him. I want it confirmed. It has all the spices of a headline: adultery, betrayal, and all three of them are top-rated celebrities. And, when we are sure, I want it out on the tabloid newspaper's front page with lots of dirty sexy photos by our paparazzis for our readers to drool over. And Edward, I want it like yesterday, not after a week, you get me. Elizabeth, our viewers and readers are hungry for news, scandals, etc. I want interesting features, articles, columns, editorials, reviews, breaking news and news bulletins. Victoria, I want top stories in all our sections: international, politics, business, opinion, technology, science, health, sports, arts, style, food, travel and tourism, you get me. Margaret, I want all sorts of advertisements, revenues, commercial and sponsored. Also we need to target our audience and our consumers demographically. No time to waste, okay guys and girls. Harry, I want large red bold headlines, news breaking, exclusives, scoops. Advertisers pay for high viewing rates, primetime TV in high circulation, and in order to get that, we need front page news. Got it. William, if you want to keep the perks of the job, the chauffeur-driven limos, the 5 stars restaurant dinners, expensive holidays, high salaries and golden handshakes and generous pensions, you have got to deliver. Am I clear? Gary, our radio broadcasting stations are not doing very well on adverts revenues. I want some high-profile guests to be invited to talk, and I mean high-profile, A-list not B-list, alright. Diana, put some adverts on the TV channels and newspapers and drop some briefings or summaries about these interviews in one of our magazine's articles. Put adverts on billboards too, plaster the country with propaganda. Charlotte, by the way, how are our social media websites doing? Hindsight, their soaring popularity, I would have invested heavily during the early days of Facebook, X, and Instagram. Moving on, Catherine, are you done with the memoirs of the ex-Prime Minister yet? I want the hardback copy on my desk sometime this month and start printing banners, abstracts, etc. I want a full promotion campaign, worldwide publicity. Meeting is adjourned, and hey, I don't want government's clerks or banks' accountants sitting at their desks out there. I want professional journalists on the streets and wherever the action is, getting news, finding out what is going on, what is happening. I want news, and more news. Come on, get going, the lot of you.